This video is in continuation to my previous video in which we had discussed the first condition of equilibrium. Here we are going to talk about the second condition of equilibrium. How we are going to discuss it, or we are going to explain it. We are going to use an example. Suppose we have an object and we have a force which is acting on this direction, and we have a force which is acting on this direction. These two forces are equal in magnitude, and but they are pulling this object in opposite directions, and their line of action is along this line. These two forces are acting along the same line of action. Both are having this same line of action, right? So these forces, if we say this is F1 and this is F2, they cancel out each other's effect, and the object is at rest and it remains stationary, it does not move. So here the first condition of equilibrium is satisfied, right? But what we do now, same object, we take the same object, right, and now we shift the forces. The first force is acting in this, the second force is over here, and the first force was acting over here. Now what we see, that their line of action is different. This one is the line of action of for force 1, and this one is the line of action of the force 2. Now what will happen? Are they cancelling out each other's effect? No. Here the first condition of equilibrium is satisfied. Both the forces are pulling in opposite direction and they are equal in magnitude, so they are satisfying the first condition. But here we need another condition for equilibrium, because now, because of these opposite forces which are not along the same line, which are having different line of action, so because of this the object will start rotating. It will start rotating. A turning effect will be produced in this object. When the forces produce a turning effect, we say that torque has been produced. So here torque will be produced. This object will be having the tendency to rotate, because the line of action of these forces is not same. They are opposite to each other, but their line of action is not same, and they are unable to cancel out each other's effect. So here this is the situation in which torque is produced. Now, as in this condition we had seen that the object remained stationary, it did not move, it was totally at rest. So first condition of equilibrium was satisfied. But when we shifted these forces, we changed their line of action. Now the same object, in the same object it created tendency to rotate, so torque produced. Now it requires another condition of equilibrium. This is called second condition of equilibrium, in which the torque has been produced. Now in this way, as there can be number of forces which are being used to rotate the object, which has created an ability in the object to rotate. So here torque is produced as number of forces will be acting on it. So we say that a body satisfies second condition of for equilibrium when the resultant torque acting on it is 0. When the resultant torque on it will be 0, and the object will be rotating with a constant speed, with a constant motion. It will be having a constant motion, it will be moving with a constant speed. So but it is turning, so there is torque. So sum of all the resultant torques on this should be equal to 0. We mathematically write it as sigma, summation of all the torques produced on the object is equal to 0. So this is according to the second condition for equilibrium. We will see this also with the help of another example. If we have a wall, right, and we have a ladder leaning on it, this is the ladder which is on this, leaning on this wall. Now in this example what we see, that this ladder will, the weight of this ladder will create an anti-clockwise torque. This, the weight of this ladder will push the wall downward, thus creating an anti-clockwise torque, and the reaction force, which will be the reaction of the wall because of the weight of the ladder onto the wall, a reaction will be produced which will be in the clockwise direction, right. So this anti-clockwise torque which was produced by the weight of this ladder onto the wall, and the reaction force of the wall because of this weight of the ladder will produce a clockwise torque. So this anti-clockwise torque will be cancelled out by this clockwise torque, and this ladder will be leaning on to this wall, thus, which is in accordance with the second condition of equilibrium. So sum of all the torques produced by this system will be equal to 0, and it is we can see from here, or we can understand this second condition of equilibrium from this example also.